Ever sat down to study, opened your book, and suddenly felt like cleaning your room, checking your phone, or even staring at the wall is more interesting? Yeah, we've all been there. The truth is, the problem isn't that you're lazy. The problem is, your brain just doesn't feel like studying. And today, I'm going to show you how to fix that. Let's start with something simple. Motivation is not something you wait for. It's something you create. Think about it like going to the gym. Nobody wakes up excited to do push-ups, but once you start, your energy kicks in. Studying works the same way. So here's the first trick. Don't wait to feel motivated. Start before you're ready. Tell yourself, I'll just study for 5 minutes. That's it. No pressure, no big commitment. And here's the funny part. Once you start, your brain goes, well, we're already here. Might as well continue. That's how momentum works. Now let's talk about your biggest enemy, your phone. Be honest. How many times have you picked up your phone just for a second and suddenly 30 minutes are gone? Exactly. Your phone is like that one friend who says just one episode and then you're watching a whole season. So here's what you do. Put your phone far away, not in your pocket, not on your desk, far away. Out of sight was out of mind. Next, make studying less painful. Most people fail because they try to study for 3 to 4 hours straight. That's torture. Instead, use this simple method. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. It's like telling your brain, relax, this won't last forever. And suddenly studying feels easier. Now here's something nobody tells you. You don't need motivation. You need a reason. Why are you studying? Not what your parents said, not what society expects. What do you actually want? Maybe it's a good career. Maybe it's financial freedom. Maybe it's proving to yourself that you can do something difficult. When your reason is strong, motivation becomes automatic. Think about it. When you really want something, do you need motivation? No, you just do it. Now let's talk about another problem, overthinking. You sit down to study and suddenly your brain says, this is too much. I don't understand. I'll never finish this. Relax. You don't have to finish everything today. Just focus on the next small step. One page, one topic, one concept. That's it. Big goals feel scary. Small steps feel doable. Also, make studying a little fun. Yes, fun. I know that sounds weird, but try this. Challenge yourself. Can I finish this chapter in 20 minutes? Can I understand this faster than yesterday? Turn it into a game. Your brain loves challenges. And here's a simple trick that works like magic. Change your environment. If you always study in the same place and feel bored, your brain connects that place with boredom. So switch it up. Go to a different room. Sit by a window. Try a library or cafe. A new place was a fresh mindset. Now let's be real for a second. Some days you won't feel like studying at all. And that's okay. You're not a robot. But even on those days, do something small. Even 10 minutes counts, because consistency beats motivation every single time. Let me say that again. Consistency beats motivation. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up. And finally, stop being so hard on yourself. You're learning, you're growing, you're trying. That already puts you ahead of so many people. So next time you don't feel motivated, don't panic. Just remember, start small, remove distractions, find your reason, and keep going. Because the hardest part is just starting. And once you do, everything gets easier. Now go, open that book, just for 5 minutes. Ever notice how the moment you decide to study, your brain suddenly remembers everything else you could be doing? Laundry, snacks, random YouTube videos, even checking the fridge for the 10th time like something new magically appeared. Yeah, your brain is not the problem. It's just trying to avoid effort. But here's the secret most people miss. Motivation doesn't come first. Action does. Think about it like this. Have you ever not felt like studying, but forced yourself to start anyway, and after a few minutes you got into it? That's not luck. That's how your brain works. So instead of asking, how do I feel motivated? Ask, what's the smallest thing I can do right now? Open the book, read one paragraph, write one line. That's it. Because once you start, your brain switches from resistance mode to focus mode. Now let's talk about something real, comparison. You see someone studying 8 hours a day and suddenly you feel like you're doing nothing. Relax. You're not competing with the internet. You're competing with who you were yesterday. If yesterday you studied 20 minutes, today aim for 25. That's growth. And honestly, half those 8-hour study posts, Let's just say their phone probably got more attention than their books. Another thing, stop trying to be perfect. You don't need the perfect setup. You don't need perfect notes. You don't need the perfect mood. Perfection is just procrastination in disguise. Start messy. Learn as you go. Now here's a powerful trick. Attach studying to something you already do. For example, after breakfast, study for 20 minutes. After dinner, revise one topic. This is called habit stacking. Your brain loves routines. Once it connects studying to a daily habit, it becomes automatic. No motivation needed. Let's also fix something important. Your expectations. You're not going to understand everything instantly. And that's okay. Learning is supposed to feel confusing at first. If it feels hard, it doesn't mean you're bad at it. It means your brain is working. Think of it like lifting weights. If it's easy, you're not growing. Same with studying. Now imagine this. You sit down, no phone, no distractions, just you and your work. You study deeply for even 30 to 40 minutes. That one focused session is more powerful than 3 hours of distracted studying. So don't aim for more time. Aim for better focus. Quality beats quantity. And here's something most people ignore. Energy matters more than time. If you're tired, sleepy, or burned out, forcing yourself won't work. Take a short break. Walk around. Drink water. Reset. A fresh brain learns faster. Also, reward yourself. Finish a chapter, watch an episode. Completed your goal, grab your favorite snack. Your brain loves rewards. Use that. Now let's talk about discipline. The thing everyone avoids. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Discipline is doing it even when you don't feel like it. Not because you're excited, but because you decided. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't need motivation for that, right? You just do it. Studying should feel the same. And here's a mindset shift that changes everything. Don't say, I have to study. Say, I choose to study. It sounds small, but it gives you control. You're not forced. You're building your future. Big difference. Now picture your future self. The one who stayed consistent, the one who didn't quit on hard days, the one who kept showing up. That version of you is real, but only if you take action today. Not tomorrow, not later, today. So here's your challenge. Don't overthink. Don't plan forever. Just start. Set a timer for 10 minutes, give it your full attention, and see what happens. Because the truth is, you don't need more motivation. You need a moment of action. And that moment, it can start right now. You know what's funny? The moment exams are far away, we feel relaxed. And the moment they get close, suddenly we become study machines. So clearly, you can study hard. The question is, why wait until panic forces you? Let's fix that. Here's something simple but powerful. Your brain runs on urgency and clarity. When exams are near, you have both. When they're far away, you have neither. So what do? Create your own urgency. Tell yourself, I have 30 minutes to finish this topic. Not, I'll study sometime today. Deadlines create action. Now let's talk about distractions again, but from a different angle. It's not just your phone. Sometimes it's your own thoughts. You sit down to study, and suddenly your brain goes, what if I fail? What if I can't do this? This is too hard. And boom, you're mentally exhausted before you even begin. Here's how you handle that. Don't fight your thoughts. Ignore them. Let them be there. But keep working anyway. It's like background noise. You don't stop your life because there's noise outside, right? Same thing. Now here's a trick that sounds weird but works amazingly well. Romanticize studying. Yeah, seriously. Make it feel like something cool, not something painful. Play soft music. Use a clean desk. Grab a nice drink. Light up your study space. Turn it into a vibe. Because when something feels good, you're more likely to do it. Now let's be honest. Sometimes the real problem is not studying. It's starting. That first 10-20 seconds feels heavy. But once you cross it, easy. So make starting stupidly simple. Don't say, I'll study the whole chapter. Say, I'll just open the book. That's it. Lower the entry barrier so much that your brain can't say no. And once you're in, you're in. Another powerful idea. Track your progress. Not hours, not perfection, just effort. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I show up today? If yes, that's a win. Stack enough small wins and you build confidence. And confidence makes studying easier. Now let's talk about something most people don't realize. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. If your phone is next to you, you'll check it. If your bed is behind you, you'll lie down. It's not weakness, it's design. So design your space for success. Keep only what you need. Remove what distracts you. Make the right choice, the easy choice. Now here's a mindset shift that can change everything. Stop asking, how long should I study? Start asking, how deeply can I focus? Because 1 hour of deep focus can beat 4 hours of half attention. And deep focus is where real learning happens. Also, forgive yourself for bad days. You will have days where you waste time, where nothing goes right. That's normal. Don't turn one bad day into a bad week. Reset the next day. That's how winners think. And here's something important. You don't need to feel confident to start. You build confidence by starting. Every time you sit down and study even a little, you prove something to yourself. I can do this. That belief grows over time. Now imagine this version of you. Focused, consistent, calm under pressure. That version isn't far away. It's built through small daily actions, not big motivation bursts. Small, boring, repeated actions. And yeah, it's not always exciting, but neither is success until you achieve it. So here's the deal. You can keep waiting for motivation, or you can build discipline and take control. Because at the end of the day, no one else can study for you. No one else can build your future. It's on you. But that's the good news too, because it means you're in control. So don't wait for the perfect mood. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start imperfectly. Start now. Even if it's just 1 page, because 1 page today is better than 0 pages forever. Let me tell you something most people won't say out loud. You don't actually hate studying. You hate the feeling of struggling, getting stuck, and not understanding things quickly. That uncomfortable feeling, that's what you're avoiding. But here's the twist. That exact feeling is where learning happens. If everything felt easy, you wouldn't grow at all. So next time you feel stuck, don't think, I'm bad at this. Think, good, my brain is working. Now let's talk about a common lie we tell ourselves. I'll start when I feel ready. Ready for what? A perfect mood? A magical burst of energy? That moment almost never comes. People who get things done don't wait to feel ready. They start anyway and become ready along the way. Here's a simple trick to beat this. Count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, go. No thinking, no arguing with yourself. Just move. Stand up, sit at your desk, open your book. It sounds small, but it breaks hesitation instantly. Now imagine your brain like a muscle. If you keep giving in to distractions, it gets weaker. If you practice focus, it gets stronger. So every time you choose to study instead of scrolling, you're literally training your brain. That's powerful. And here's something funny. We always think we need more time, but look at your day honestly. There are small pockets of time everywhere. 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Use them. Even short bursts of focused study add up faster than you think. Now let's address something real. Sometimes you sit down, try to study, and nothing goes in. You read the same line 5 times. Your mind drifts. You feel frustrated. Instead of forcing it, change your approach. Say it out loud. Write it in your own words. Teach it like you're explaining to a friend. When you engage actively, your brain wakes up. Passive reading equals boredom. Active learning, progress. Also, don't underestimate the power of breaks. But here's the key. Real breaks, not phone traps. Scrolling isn't a break. It's just switching one form of stimulation to another. A real break is walking, stretching, breathing, or just sitting quietly. Give your brain space to reset. Now let's talk about identity. This one changes everything. Instead of saying I'm trying to study more, say I'm someone who studies daily. It sounds subtle, but it rewires your behavior. Because once you see yourself that way, your actions start to match it. You don't ask, should I study today? You just do. Because that's who you are. And here's a big one. Stop relying on motivation videos. Yes, even this one. They give you a temporary boost. But real change comes from what you do after. So don't just feel inspired. Take action, even if it's small. Especially if it's small. Now picture this. 2 students. One waits for motivation, studies occasionally, feels guilty often. The other studies a little every day, even when they don't feel like it. After a few months, who do you think is ahead? It's not about talent. It's about consistency. Always. And let's be honest, nobody is coming to save you. No perfect teacher, no perfect system, no perfect moment. It's just you, your choices, and your habits. But don't let that scare you. Let it empower you. Because it means you have the ability to change everything. Starting today. So here's what I want you to do right after this. Pick one subject. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Remove distractions and give it your full attention. Not half, not distracted, full. Just 15 minutes, because that's how it begins. Not with a big dramatic change, but with one small intentional action. And once you take that step, you're no longer stuck. You're moving forward, and that's all that matters. Here's something nobody tells you about studying. It's not about being in the mood. It's about building a system that works even when you're not. Because let's be honest, if you only study when you feel like it, you'll study once in a blue moon usually. So instead of chasing motivation, build a routine so simple, it feels weird not to follow it. For example, same time, same place, same start. Your brain loves patterns. Once it recognizes, oh, this is study time, it stops fighting you. That's when things get easier. Now let's talk about something sneaky, delayed stress. When you avoid studying today, you're not escaping stress. You're just sending it to your future self. And trust me, your future self is already tired of cleaning up your mess. So do them a favor. Handle a little bit today so you don't panic. Now here's a mindset shift that hits hard. Studying is not punishment. It's preparation. You're not suffering. You're building. Every concept you understand, every problem you solve, you're literally upgrading your brain. That's not boring. That's powerful. But yeah, it doesn't always feel exciting. And that's okay. Not everything valuable feels fun in the moment, but the results, those feel amazing. Now let's get practical again. If you keep getting distracted, don't just blame yourself. Fix the setup. Close unnecessary tabs. Turn off notifications. Keep only what you need. Make your study space so clean that your brain has no excuse. Because willpower is limited, but environment is controllable. And here's a funny truth. You don't lose focus. You give it away. Every time you check your phone, switch tabs, or drift off, you're handing your attention to something else. So protect it. Like it's valuable. Because it is. Now let's talk about energy dips. That moment when you suddenly feel sleepy or bored. Instead of pushing harder, reset smarter. Stand up. Move around. Drink water. Take a deep breath. Sometimes your brain just needs a quick refresh, not more pressure. And here's a powerful question to ask yourself. If I keep going like this, where will I be in 6 months? That question creates clarity. Because your daily actions shape your future, not your intentions. Not your plans, your actions. Now imagine the opposite. If I stay consistent for 6 months, even just a little every day, where could I be? That version of you is waiting. But it depends on what you do today. And today doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be intentional. Now let's address procrastination one more time. It's not laziness. It's usually one of 3 things. Too big, too boring, too unclear. So fix it. Break it down. Make it interesting. Get clarity. Once you do that, starting becomes easier. And starting is everything. Because once you start, you build momentum. And momentum carries you forward. Now here's something simple but powerful. Celebrate small wins. Finished a topic? Understood a concept? That counts. Showed up when you didn't feel like it? That really counts. Progress is built on small victories, not giant leaps. And finally, stop waiting to become that disciplined person. You become that person by doing disciplined actions. One day at a time, one session at a time, one decision at a time. So don't overcomplicate it. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need a perfect mindset. You just need to begin right now, even if it's messy, even if it's short, even if it's not your best, because something is always better than nothing. And once you start, you're already ahead of where you were. So go ahead, open your book, set the timer, and prove to yourself that you can show up. That's where everything changes. Let's be real for a second. Sometimes you're not even tired. You're just mentally avoiding studying. You sit there thinking, planning, worrying, but not actually doing anything. That's called fake work. It feels like effort, but it gets you nowhere. So here's a rule you need to remember. Thinking about studying is not studying. The moment you catch yourself overthinking, stop. Take action immediately. Open the book. Start reading. Write something. Even if it's messy, action clears confusion way faster than thinking ever will. Now here's something interesting. Your brain loves easy rewards. That's why scrolling feels so good. Quick dopamine. No effort. But studying? Slow reward. More effort. So naturally, your brain resists it. But you can flip this. Make studying feel rewarding. After each session, give yourself something small. A snack. A short video. A break. Train your brain to associate studying with something positive. Over time, it stops resisting. Now let's talk about pressure. A little pressure is good. Too much pressure, it freezes you. If you keep telling yourself, I have to get everything right, I can't mess up, you'll avoid starting. So change the rule. You're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to not understand everything, because mistakes are not failure. They're feedback. Every mistake tells you what to improve. That's progress. Now imagine you're learning to ride a bike. Would you expect to never fall? Of course not. So why expect perfection while studying? It's the same process. Fall, adjust, try again. Now here's a powerful idea. Make studying visible. Instead of keeping everything in your head, put it on paper. Write your tasks. Cross them out when done. There's something satisfying about seeing progress. It builds momentum, and momentum keeps you going. Also, don't underestimate the power of starting early. Not super early, just a little earlier than usual. When you start your day with even 20 to 30 minutes of study, you've already won, because the hardest part is done. Everything after that feels lighter. Now let's talk about identity again, but deeper. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? Not just grades, not just results. A focused person, a disciplined person, a consistent person. Then act like that person today, not someday. Because your identity is built by your actions, not your thoughts. Now here's something a lot of people ignore. Rest is part of progress. If you keep pushing without rest, you burn out. And when you burn out, even small tasks feel heavy. So take care of your energy. Sleep well, eat properly, take breaks without guilt. A healthy brain learns faster. Now let's be honest again. You don't need another planner. You don't need another technique. You need execution. You already know what to do. You just need to do it. And yeah, it's not always easy, but neither is regret. That feeling when you know you could have done more, but didn't. Avoid that. Choose effort today so you don't feel regret tomorrow. Now picture this moment. You're done studying. You close your book and you feel proud, not because it was perfect, but because you showed up. That feeling, that's what you're working for. Not stress, not pressure, pride. And the best part, you can earn that feeling every single day just by showing up. So don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Start small, stay consistent, and keep moving forward. Because in the end, success in studying isn't about being the smartest. It's about being the one who didn't quit. So go on. Do a little today. Your future self is watching.